I want to focus on Metiers because this is a sort of, I want to say it's an off-the-beaten-path type of watchmaking specialty in which horology is important, but the arts involved in decoration of the dial, of the case, and the movement take precedence. So for me, it didn't come any better than this year's Jaeger-LeCoultre Hybris Artistica Mysterieuse. Raph, this is a 42mm watch, lattice work, mother of pearl over the dial.
Incredible lattice work dial. Oh my God, how do you even produce this dial without the mother of pearl just shattering into? And I bet they put a lot of money into the research for that. But that's the first thing that pops into my head.
They're making.
Yeah.
Okay, JLC, you know I'm a fanboy, so I have to say, full disclosure, there were about 5 or 6 watches that purely out of sentimental loyalty I wanted to showboat, highlight from the JLC catalog this year. But to be perfectly honest, this was really the only watch they made that was categorically head and shoulders above everything else in its class, to the point where I couldn't even conceive of a worthy rival. But they're only making 5 pieces. The Hybris Artistica is all about masters of arts, the Metiers d'art. And this one is all about aventurine. It's all about skeletonizing the case. It's all about that mother of pearl spider web of a dial. I don't know how, like Raph said, how did they build it without shattering it? How can you wear it without breaking it? But this is JLC, this is an everyday wearable watch. It's automatic, it's 42mm, and although I'm not a colored gold fan, this one had me at hello.
It's beautiful. Oh yeah, tourbillon. Did we mention tourbillon? I don't think we mentioned tourbillon.
No, we didn't. And not just a tourbillon, a flying
tourbillon. That serves as the hour indicator on the dial, and you have it.
Yeah, like Raph says, it's an orbital tourbillon. Yeah. So as the tourbillon is gyrating, it's also circling the dial. Its center, its capstone, acting as the hour marker for the dial. And then, of course, there's a smaller, off-white sort of ecru geometric, I would say it's just a small index, almost hidden. You can miss it at the first glance. That indicates the minutes. This is a throwback to the great JLC Vacheron Constantin caliber 480 mystery watches of the 1950s. The only collaborative effort between Vacheron and JLC when Vacheron and JLC were both imported under the Longines Wittnauer brands in the 50s. So this is a throwback to that in loving fashion, but in spectacular form.
It's absolutely spectacular.
Guys, it's worth whatever they're asking for it.
Don't ask, but it's worth it.
I don't know what they're asking for this watch. Price on request, and I didn't request, but the most beautiful Metiers d'art of the show. Now, jumping to our dashboard again. Question coming in. Okay.
By the way, I gotta say, I love the nicknames that you guys are coming up with. For Tim, I saw Mossberg. Tim the Guru.
I'm not.
Keep him coming. Keep him coming.
I'm not.
This is good.
I'm just the messenger. I'm but the vessel. So, by the way, thank you for the shout-outs on A Blog to Watch's vlog videos. I enjoyed that. Guys, so question coming in from Alex Rosa. Did the Moser watch smell like cheese? I'm glad you asked.
This is the first thing. I'm sorry, Tim. This is the first thing that came to my head and the first thing I asked him as soon as he came back in the office.
The answer is no, but that allows me to skip forward. Pheline, we're going to jump forward to the best humor of SIHH 2017. Without a doubt, it was the Moser & Cie Swiss Mad watch. A little bit of background, this is a watch that, yes, has a case made of Swiss cheese. The concept, and this could easily have been the best concept watch too, but I'm going to go with best humor, was that for 2017, the threshold for labeling a watch Swiss-made jumps from 50% to 60%, and Moser, which is the other watchmaker in Schaffhausen, and by far the more exclusive of the two, was basically doing this because they like to say that the only truly non-Swiss part of their watch is the strap. So they're building 95% Swiss watches, including small parts, including escapement parts in-house, and yet you can slip by with 60%.
And I would understand their position. They're putting all this effort in actually making it almost 100% Swiss-made, and these other guys are getting by at 60. You can understand their point, but they're displaying their dissatisfaction in the most incredible, hilarious, perfect way.
And you didn't even see the video with Edouard Melan that they showed us at the press conference. I'm never going to be able to get my hands on that. But it was pretty edgy, it was funny, and it was, again, a perfect compliment to the watch. Now, it's called the Swiss Mad watch because of the Swiss-made protest, but they're also taking Swiss-made off the dials now. They're rationale being we don't want to be associated with the établisseurs, the assemblers, who are putting together a 60% watch and skirting by at the minimum.
Yeah.
It's well executed. They are going to make 50 watches in white gold that have the look of this watch without the Swiss cheese case, and also without the Swiss cheese price. If you're wondering,
the price, yeah.
and by the way, it is pasteurized Swiss cheese, according to our friends at Moser. If you're wondering what this watch cost, it's a symbolic 1,081,291 Swiss francs. Symbolic, I say, because the watch is actually going to be auctioned and the proceeds will go to Swiss manufacturing charities that promote the arts within Switzerland. But if you were to purchase it at retail now and just offer them the ask, the price represents the August 1291 signing of the original Swiss Federation documents. So the birth of Switzerland. And that's the symbolism. Again, 50 Venturer Swiss Mad watches will be manufactured for those of you who want one, don't want to pay a king's ransom, or Swiss king's ransom.
Swiss king's ransom.
And perhaps want something that'll keep a little better without a refrigerator. No, it is completely stabilized. It's half cheese, half resin.